entrepreneurs! Today's video is an introduction to Wave App Accounting for course creators. This video is for you if you teach online courses or digital courses in your business, you have membership subscription in your business, or you may also be teaching courses or classes in person. In this video, you will learn the features and functions available in Wave App Accounting, a complete walkthrough of Wave App Accounting, and how to navigate around Wave App Accounting. Hi there, I'm so happy to see you here. I'm Sharon from nutsaccounting.com and I help online entrepreneurs to use Wave App Accounting like a pro in simple English. At Nuts Accounting, there's weekly tips and tutorials on cloud accounting system and online business curated just for you. To help you to master Wave App Accounting better, grab your free guide of 3 secrets to mastering Wave App Accounting for non-accountants at nutsaccounting.com/30. And just a very quick disclaimer, this video is not sponsored by Wave App Accounting in any ways at all. I created this video only based on my personal experience in using Wave App Accounting, and I hope that by sharing my knowledge with you, you can use yours better. So now let's get started. So if you are totally new to Wave App Accounting, just want to have a quick introduction to you what is Wave App Accounting. Wave App Accounting is a type of cloud accounting system where there is no installation required, and usually it comes with a free upgrade. Well, it's free at the moment of recording, and you can use it on any device, anytime and anywhere. So let's head on over to the Wave App Accounting. When you first log into your Wave App Accounting, the first page that you will see is your dashboard. So now let's look at your dashboard. This is your dashboard. This is how it looks like. So at the top left part of the dashboard is your overdue invoices and bills, which lists out all of the unpaid invoices. It lists out as an individual invoices. So in this example here, Lily is owing me $5,000 for an invoice, while Ben and Michelle, both of them have 2 invoices outstanding with me at the moment. On the top right part of the page, there's a blue button that says Create a New, and you can create a new document by pressing on this button here. A drop-down menu will appear which lets you choose what you want to create a new document, whether it is an invoice or a supplier's bill. The middle part of this page is your cash flow report. Here is a very quick synopsis of your cash that you have received and cash that you have paid from your business. So all the money that comes into your business and goes out from your business will be listed here as a bar chart and a line chart that's easy for you to see how much you have spent or how much you have received in a certain month. So if you would like to know more information of any of the bar charts in this cash flow section here, you can always hover your mouse over onto any of the bar charts and a small pop-up box will appear that gives you more information in detailed, accurate figures of that particular bar chart that you are pointing at. When you scroll down the dashboard, the next section here is your bank accounts. You can view all your bank accounts here. If there is any bank account, it will appear here, or you can also connect a bank or upload a bank statement directly from your dashboard. This part here is your profit and loss, which is listed in a bar chart in a monthly format. So at a very quick glance, you can see which of the month within this year is the most profitable of all. And this section here, kind of like a shortcut of all the things that you can do in your Wave App Accounting. So once you come to this section of your dashboard, you can just quickly click on any of the link to go to its relevant page. Like for example, if I would need to add a new customer, I can just click on Add a Customer on this section. Any of the bar charts or any line charts, hover your mouse over and a small pop-up box will appear with more details for you to see. Okay, the next one will be your payable and owing, which is unpaid invoices that you are waiting for your customers to pay you, or all the bills that you are supposed to pay your supplier. It will be summarized here and categorized by its due dates. The next chart is your expenses breakdown. In a very quick glance, you can see in this pie chart how much that you have spent on any of the expenses section. Like in this example here, the biggest part of money that I have spent is on my rent expenses. You can just hover your mouse over to any of the section of this pie chart and you'll be able to see in details what is the figure that you have spent. The next one is your menu bar. To navigate around your Wave app accounting, learning how to use the menu bar is very important because menu bar is the place where it links you to all of the pages that's available in Wave app accounting. So now let's look at your menu bar. Your menu bar is situated on the left side of your Wave app accounting. No matter which page you are looking at, it's always on your left side. At the top of the menu bar, this small button with a Wave logo and also with your company name. So you just click on this button and this drop-down box will appear. When this drop-down box appears, it will list out all of the businesses that you have access to, and you can create a new business, or you can also manage your profile, or you can also sign out. Now let's look in detail in all of the menu bars beneath this button. So the first one, of course, is a shortcut button to go back to your dashboard. And then you can click on the sales section, and this section will expand with more pages that lets you click onto. So these pages are your estimates, your invoices. Well, estimates, you don't really need it because as a course creator or as someone who offers courses, who teach courses, you don't really need to provide any quotation to your customer. So once they sign up for your course, then directly you issue an invoice to them. So you don't need to use any estimation. But if you do really need to provide any quotation to your customers, then estimates is the page that you will need to go. But in general, course creators don't need to use quotations. So we will jump directly to invoices, where you will be issuing invoices to your students. So the first one that we will see in this section is your customer invoices, and then a recurring invoices. This one is usually for your membership. If you are not offering membership or any recurring charges to your customer, then you will not need to use recurring invoices. Then the next one is your customer statements. And the next is your list of customers, which is also a list of all your students that you have recorded in Wave app accounting. And the last but not least, of course, is the complete list of all the courses that you are selling will be categorized under products and services in the sales menu. The next part of this menu bar is your purchases. These purchases here, you will have your bills, which is to record your supplier invoices, and your receipts and your vendors, which lists all of the suppliers or service providers that you have. And of course, last but not least is the products and services as well, which you have purchased for your business. In the accounting section, you will have transactions, reconciliation, chart of accounts, and hire a bookkeeper, which is a Wave Plus service. This is an additional service provided by Wave app accounting. So the next section will be your banking, and here is very simple. There's only one menu, which is a bank connection. The next one is your payroll. If you are using Wave app payroll function, then this is where you need to go. And the next one is your reports. And beneath reports is the Wave Plus as well. So you can click here if you need the Wave Plus service. And you have integrations with other systems. And the last but not least is the settings for your business. Now let's look at the most important part of all within your Wave app accounting is the sales menu. Everything that's related to sales, I always prioritize it because that's the place where you will earn money for your business, right? Okay, now let's look at sales. So to go to the Invoices page, all you need to do from your menu bar is click on Sales and then select Invoices. This is the page that you will see when you click on Invoices. So this is kind of like a list of all the invoices that you have in your Wave app accounting. At the top right part of this page, there's a Create an Invoice button. So click this button if you would like to create a new invoice. And the next section will be a summary of all the invoices that you have in your system. So it will list out a total of overdue invoices and how much will due within the next 30 days and the average time that you get paid from your customer. And the next one is a filter view. If you will need to view any custom selections of your invoices, just choose any of the filters within this section here. You can filter according to the customer name, or you can filter according to the status of the invoices, or you can also filter by the date range or the invoice number. If you are looking for a specific or particular invoice, then you can type in the invoice number here. And then you click the magnifying glass button at the right part of this page, and the search result will appear at the bottom of the page. So the bottom of this page, it will usually list all the invoices that you have in your system if you do not choose any filter criteria. Now let's look at one of the invoices. So click on one of the invoices and this page will appear. So at the top button here, there's a Create Another Invoice button. So if you are creating an invoice and you would need to continue to create another new invoice, you can just click on this button. And the top left part of the page is the invoice number. And next to the Create Another Invoice button, there's this More Actions button. Just click on this More Actions button and this little drop-down menu will appear where you have more options to do to this invoice, such as duplicating the invoice or make it a recurring invoice, or you can also export it out to PDF as well. And here is the invoice details, so you can see the status, the customer name, the amount due for this particular invoice, and when this invoice will be due. And you can click here to edit the invoice. If you have already saved the invoice, then this button will be enabled for you to click. And here you can send the invoice, or you can skip sending this invoice to your customer. Here we'll show all the invoice status for this particular invoice, when it is created and when it is last sent to your customer. Now, when you scroll down a bit of this page, you will see a preview of your invoice. So this is how your invoice looks like. The next part is your recurring invoices. A recurring invoices, I will suggest you to use this if you need to reissue the invoice to your customers every month. Not really every month, is on a specific interval. Like you can issue this invoice if you are charging your customer on a weekly basis. Every week you need to issue an invoice to them, then you can use this function, or every week or every month or bi-monthly, and any kind of intervals that you want, you can set it here. You can use these recurring invoices if you are charging membership subscriptions, which you will charge your customers, your students monthly, then you can use recurring invoices. Or if you have any kind of course format that charges on a monthly basis, then you can use recurring invoices as well. Now let's look at recurring invoices. This is the page that you will see when you click on recurring invoices from the menu bar. So at the top right part, just the same as invoices, you click on this button to create a new recurring invoice. And here you can filter with the view based on the customer's name. And this in the middle of the page is the list of all your recurring invoices. So when you click on one of these recurring invoices here, then this page will load. So at the top part, just the same, there's More Actions and there's Create Another Recurring Invoice. And here is the invoice details. What is the status? who is the customer, what is the amount, and what is the number of invoices that have been created up to today. So all these details here will appear at the top part of this page. So if you need to edit this recurring invoice, just click on Edit button next to the Create Invoice section, or you can edit the recurring schedule. Like in this example here, I am going to repeat this invoice on the first day of each month. So on the first of each month, it will create this invoice to my customer. Like it will create on the 1st of January, and then 1st of February, and then 1st of March, and so on and so forth. And you can also set the ending date if you would like to. So if I want to set this to repeat for 12 times for the whole year up until December, then the next year it will not repeat anymore. And you can edit the payment by clicking on this button. If you want to send this to your customer, you can also edit the send settings here. When you scroll down a little bit, this is your recurring invoice. This is how it looks like. The next part is your customer statements. For course creators, it's very rare that you would need to send customer statements to your customer, because usually, I would say 90% of the time, but not all, because your business model might be slightly different, but usually you will charge your customers upfront before they take the course. So if they want to take the course, they will need to pay you first, and then they get the access to the course, right? So in that situation, you do not have any customers owing you any money, because it's the invoice and the payment happens at the same time. So there's no students or anyone who owes you money. But if there is really such situation where you let your customers have the access to your course first before they pay you, then you will need to create the invoice first, and then they will pay later. So because of this timing difference, like for example, if they gain the access to your course on the 1st of the month, but they pay you on the 15th of the month, then in between this period from the 1st to 15th, you will have this customer, this student owing you money. So only when in this situation, you will need to use a customer statement, send it to them after a week or something, or it's up to you, totally up to you when you would like to send the statement to your customer. You can send a customer statement to your students as a gentle reminder to remind them that they are still owing you money for this particular invoice that you have issued to them. So they will know that they are still owing you, and they will make the payment to you. So if you need to use this, so you need to select the report criteria, select the customer, select the date range that you would like to print it out, and then you can preview the customer view if you want to see how the customer will see it, or you can also send it to your customers directly. This is the top section of the page, and when you scroll down, you will see the statement of account underneath the filter section. The next section, of course, is your customers list, the list of your students. So here is the place where you will record all your customers into this page here. So you can either import a list of your customers if you have a separate system that you use to allow your customer to log into your course, such as a Kajabi or Teachable. Usually they will have a list of active customers that access certain particular course. So if you do not want to type in or create all of the customers, all of the students into Wave App Accounting, all you need to do is export out the list from your Kajabi or your Teachable platform, and then import the list into your Wave App Accounting. If you export out from Kajabi and import into Wave App Accounting, you do not need to do double work and type in one by one of your customer's name or your student's name. Unless, of course, you would like to feel more personal with your students and to get to know each and everyone's names. But if you have, like, for example, if you have 10,000 students or 5,000 students signing into your course at one launch, then it will be very difficult to type in 5,000 students' name one by one into Wave App Accounting. So always use the import function if you have a lot of customers to help you to save time, okay? Okay, now let's look at this page. The next button next to it is Add a Customer, which you can click here and add a new student into your Wave App Accounting. And here is a list of your customers and your students. Once you click on any one of the customers or your student's name, it will come to this Edit a Customer page where you can see all the details of your customers here, and you can edit any of the details and then save it as well. The next section is your Products and Services page. In this page, it will list out all of the courses that you are selling or you had sold before. So whatever that you have created in your Wave App Accounting and tells Wave App Accounting that you are selling this particular product or this particular services, it will all appear here, irregardless it is still active or not. So as long as you have created before, it will appear here. So you can click on the top button here, add a product or service, to add a new course name or a new products or services if you have any other products and services that you are selling. But if you are only a course creator and you sell courses, this will be the place where you add a new course into your Wave App Accounting. And this is the list of all the products and services that you have, or list of the courses that you have. Now click on any one of it and it will bring you to this page of Edit a Product or Service. Here you can key in all of the details of your courses, like the name, the description, the price of the courses, whether you sell this or you buy this, everything you can set it up here. Next up is your purchases section. So once all the sales part is done, the next part that you will be frequently using will be your purchases. Purchases such as like your suppliers. Well, it's not much of suppliers that you will have unless it's service providers. Like for example, if you are using Kajabi, then Kajabi will be billing you on a monthly basis, and Kajabi will be your service providers, and you will need to record Kajabi's invoices into purchases section. So this is just an example for you. Like if you have other things that's charging you monthly, such as your maybe your domain renewal or your web hosting or any other services that you are using, every services that you are paying for, it will be parked under this section of purchases. So now let's look at purchases. The first one is the bills. This is where you record Kajabi's invoices, Bluehost, GoDaddy, or any kind of service providers that's charging you monthly or charging you on a yearly basis or whatever interval. Anything that you are being charged, you will need to come to this page here to record this kind of invoices and purchases. So you can create a bill, you can add a new one by clicking on this button. You can filter the view. You can filter by the name of the supplier or the date range, and this is the place where you can view all the bills that you have recorded in your Wave App Accounting. The next slide is your Edit Bill. Once you click on any of the bill or you create a new bill, this is the page that you will look at when you are trying to edit or record a new bill that you have received. So this is the section where you fill in all the details like your vendor's name, the invoice number, which in this section is called bill number, and then the date of the invoice and the due date of the invoice, and what is the items that they are charging you, and how much is the amount before tax, after tax, and what is the tax rate. Everything that you have been charged, you will need to record it here. And then at the bottom part of this page is the payment details. If you have paid off your supplier's invoice, here it will show you what is the details of your payment, when you pay it, how you pay it, and what is the amount that you have paid. Okay, the next part is your receipts. Receipts is a very interesting page where you can snap a picture of your receipt and then upload it into your Wave App Accounting. So you will have your supporting document directly saved in Wave App Accounting under that particular transaction. So it's a very neat and good function where you can make good use of it. Click the button at the top right part of this page to upload a new receipt. You can add a new receipt by clicking on this button. And here you can filter any of the view by choosing its status. Either it's all status, processing, ready, or done. Any of these status, you can just click on the tabs and the list of the receipts will be changed accordingly. If you click one of the receipts, this little pop-up here will appear. And here will show all the receipt details. It will show you a picture of your receipt and the merchant name, the date, the category, which is your expenses, and then which particular bank account that pays this receipt. Everything will appear here. Click on this blue link here that says View Original Receipt if you would need to view the image in full size. So just click on it and the image will appear in a bigger size for you. The next one is your vendors. Here is the page where it lists out all of your vendors. Just the same as your customers, you can import a list of your vendors, or you can also add a new vendor by clicking on the button at the top right. And here in the middle of the part is the list of all your vendors, suppliers, and service providers that you have in your business. If you are trying to record an invoice from Kajabi, then you will need to add Kajabi into this vendor list before creating an invoice from Kajabi. And here is the page where you can edit all the vendor details. So you can fill in the vendor name, the email, the currency, and the addresses if you need it. But for me personally, I feel that sometimes you don't need to fill up each and every field of this page, but it is totally up to you whether you would like to use Wave App Accounting function as an address book for your business maybe. You can do that. So once you record everything here, then you and your other colleagues or your staff will be able to access all the information directly from Wave App Accounting and use it like an address book. The next part is your products and services that you purchase for your business. At the top part here, there's a button. So if you need to create a new product or a new service that you purchase for your business, you can click Add New. And here is the list of all the products and services that you purchase for your business. And here is the detailed page of your products or services. So you can fill in all the information. If you do notice, this looks the same as per your customers, products and services section. It's actually the same, just that you need to click on buy this if you are buying this for your business. The next one is your accounting section. In your accounting section is a more advanced section for you. You may use it or may not use it, or your bookkeeper may use it for you. You just need to know roughly what is going on in this section so that you will also know how to use Wave App Accounting well. So you might not use it, but just have some knowledge and information on how it looks like. So when you go to accounting transaction, this is the page where the transactions will appear. This will list out all of the transactions that you have in your Wave App Accounting. So at the top drop-down box here, you can choose the account that you would like to view. Right now it's viewing all accounts, which means all transactions, irregardless of any accounts, everything will appear here. Click on either of this button to create a new income or a new expense. So it's very easy. If it's a new income, money comes into your business. If your money goes out from your business, you are paying something, just add an expense. So click on the More button and this little drop-down box will appear. So you can add a journal transaction, connect your bank account, or upload a bank statement. If you need to filter the view of the transactions, just click on the Filter button and fill in the criteria that you would like to filter. You can filter by the categories which is the account names, or you can filter by the status or the date range or the types of transaction as well. You can also sort this list of transactions on this page. You can sort it to show the dates in an ascending order or descending order or any other sorting criteria. And if you need to, you can search for a particular transaction by using the search box. If you click on the checkbox and select one or more transactions, you will have these buttons enabled for you to click, which is to edit or merge or delete the selected transactions. This is how it looks like if this transaction is a bank transaction. So it will show you all the description, the account, the deposit or withdrawal. This is the bank transactions format. And the next format that you will see is a journal transaction. A journal transaction is slightly different from a bank transaction. A bank transaction is something that's related to your bank account, whether you receive money or you pay money that's related to your bank. But journal is everything that's not related to your bank at all. Like if you want to move things around between your assets and your liabilities, then journal transaction is the one that you will be using. Reconciliation. If you are doing your own bookkeeping, this is something that you need to do. You need to choose the bank account at the top right part here, and then you need to do your bank reconciliation from this page itself. So here we list out all the status of the bank reconciliation, and whether you want to start any of the bank reconciliation, just click on the start button at the right part of the page. And if you have done the reconciliation before or you are doing halfway, the reconciliation details will appear here in the middle part of the page. If you do notice, the ones that haven't been reconciled and the ones that have been reconciled looks different on the right part of the status. Chart of accounts. Well, chart of accounts is a very exciting page for accountants and bookkeepers, but if you are not an accountant person, if you do not have any accounting background, don't worry, just ask your accountant or your bookkeeper to help you to set up your chart of accounts. So once you have this done, then you can just use and record your bookkeeping easily. So for your chart of accounts, if you need to add a new account to your chart of accounts, just click on add a new account at the top right button here. And then here is the list of all the categories that you have in Wave App Accounting. If you want to look at your assets accounts, just click on assets and the list of the accounts here will change accordingly. Click on any of the accounts and a little pop-up box will appear, and this is how you manage your account details, your account name, your account currency, everything that you can edit about this particular account will appear here. So this is the account details pop-up. The next one is your banking. Banking is very easy. There's only one menu for you to choose, which is a bank connection. Here is where you can set up a connection between your Wave App Accounting and your bank account. So type in the name of your bank account here to set up your bank connections. The next one, of course, is your reports. Reports is a very useful page to help you to understand your business further and help you to make good decisions about your business and make it a profitable business for you. So in this reports page, the first part is your financial reports. Here you can see your profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, or your cash flow. The next section of the reports page is your tax report. You can view your sales tax. If you want to view more reports, just scroll down this page and you can view your customers report, your vendors report, and you can view general ledger and any other reports here. So this is an example of reports. In this example here, I'm choosing balance sheet, and at the top part here, fill in all your report criteria that you would like to view. And then your report will appear at the bottom of this page. If you need to, you can export this report to either a CSV format or a PDF format. So now that is all that you need to know in Wave App Accounting as a course creator. I know that it is a lot because we went through the whole Wave app accounting system. That's why you will feel there's a lot of pages, a lot of things that you need to learn at one go. But if any point of time you feel that you need a refresher on any part of this introduction tutorial, you can always come back and view the introduction video again and help you to understand further how to use Wave app accounting in your business for your cost creators business. If you would like to master Wave app accounting better, don't forget to download your free guide of 3 secrets to mastering Wave app accounting for non-accountants at nutsaccounting.com/30. So just a very quick recap, today you have learned the features and functions available in Wave app accounting, a complete walkthrough of Wave app accounting, and how to navigate around Wave app accounting. So let me know in the comments below, what is the one thing that's holding you back from using Wave app accounting like a pro? Just let me know in the comments below, and I will be sure to read all your feedbacks and all your answers so I can help you further to master Wave app accounting. If you are new to Nuts Accounting, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to receive notifications from YouTube about our new videos. And if you like this video, don't forget to give me a like and also to share this with your friends. As always, Nuts Accounting is here to help you, the cost creators, to use Wave app accounting like a pro in simple English. If you would like to view more videos from Nuts Accounting, just click on any of the videos here so you can view more tutorials, more videos that can help you further in your business and your cloud accounting system usage. Okay, so I'll see you next time at Nuts Accounting. Bye bye!